everybody, it's Millie with Crafting in My PJs. Happy Sunday. Alright, today is a Sunday video, so that means we're not crafting today. Nope. We are working on our training for the Disney Wine and Dine, or whatever race you might be working toward. So it doesn't have to be a Disney race. But that's what we're kind of basing our schedule on. So this is week 15 of our training. Can you believe it? Can you believe that we've almost been training for 4 months? Like, that seems wild to me. I don't know. All right, today we're talking about costumes. Yeah, costumes. We're going to talk about running costumes and what you might wear for a Disney race. So it's week 15. We have 17 weeks left before Disney Wine and Dine. And I did run my week so that last week is kind of open, up to you, because people will be traveling, people will be winding down. So you don't want to overwork that last week. So 17 weeks. So if you are training for the half, then you should be on, if you're using Jeff Galloway's training plan, you should be on week 3. If you are training for the 10K, then you should be on week 2. And I kind of missed that last week, talking to you about that. So we're going to talk about costumes. We have a couple of things to talk about first. First, a couple weeks ago was registration for Springtime Surprise. The race in, Princess in February. And that's the one that I've always done. And so anything I show you today is going to be based off of those Princess races. So did you get in? Did you try? I did not get in. It was quite traumatic, to say the least. My friend and I, we had to make some other plans for maybe the next race registration, because I have never not gotten in before. I am always online. The minute it opens, you get in the queue and you're, nope, not this time. So I'm quite disappointed, but within the next month or two, the Springtime Surprise should be opening up. And that's the one in April. So I'll be registering for that one with some different techniques. Okay, so there is another race that's popping up on the Run Disney site, and it is the something of Christmas. It's a virtual race. I'm going to put the link or show you the picture right here. Okay, so I don't know what it is. It's the first time they're doing it. It is a virtual race. I don't know how hard virtual races are to get into. Registration opens up July 25th. Do you hear the bird? I just fed her. There is no reason for her to be screaming like that. It's driving me crazy. Okay, so I think I might be trying to sign up for this virtual 12 days of Christmas or something. I don't know. It's December 1st through the end of December, and with a virtual race, you pick your course and somehow you submit information. I've never done a virtual race with Disney, so I'm not quite sure how that goes. So that'll be something interesting to get on ground level and to see what one gets when it comes to a virtual race. All right. So costumes. Let's talk about costumes. This is a Disney race, right? And I know when I first signed up for my very first Princess, my friend, who is my Disney traveling partner, not the one running with me, and she said, well, what costume are you going to wear? I went, what? And she says, it's a Disney race. You have to wear a costume. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. You do not have to wear a costume. Do most people wear something? Yes, they do. Will you look strange and out of place if you don't wear something? No. You'll be perfectly fine. But it is one of the very few times that Disney allows adults to wear costumes. So I say let's take advantage of it. All right, so let's start off. What do you wear? Well, if you don't want to wear a costume, okay, y'all, I got to take this off. This hurts. Ow. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Here, this is a little softer. Okay, so if you don't want to wear a costume, that's fine. Just wear the shirt you like to run in, wear the bottoms that you like to run in. No big deal. But if you want to do just a little bit, and everybody can do this, because when you register for a Disney race, you get a t-shirt for each race. So, let's see if I can get it in. There you go. So take your t-shirt and whatever bottoms you like to run in. And these are like, unless they've changed them, these are performance blend. I always order one size larger than what I typically wear, because I feel like they run small. So you can wear the race t-shirt, and every single race you'll have a t-shirt. So if you sign up 5K, you have a 5K t-shirt, 10K, 10K t-shirt, a half t-shirt. And then if you're doing the challenge, then you will get that t-shirt for the challenge. So you'll have a t-shirt. You can wear a t-shirt. I mean, that would be fine. Yeah. Right. And you could maybe throw on some ears if you so desire. No pressure. But what if you want to do, and well, let's a little bit more than that, Millie? I can do a little bit more than a t-shirt. All right. Well, I started with tank tops that I have a cricket and a silhouette. No, I don't have a silhouette, but I have a cricket. And so I would purchase an SVG, and I would cut things out, and I would decorate the t-shirt. A tank top, like a racerback. That's my favorite thing to run in. And that's perfectly fine. You'll see a lot of that. A lot of shirts that have been altered to fit a theme. Now, you can go, if you don't have a cricket, you don't know anybody with a cricket, you can definitely go onto Etsy and purchase some sort of decorated t-shirt that fits your theme that you've chosen easily. And then you can pair that either just with your regular bottoms or with some sort of, I brought in a bunch of stuff and it's just in a big pile on the floor. Some sort of sparkly skirt. Now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. So you can tell these are my favorite skirts to run in. I put them over a pair of capris or bike short. I said that right. Like bike short type running shorts, and they don't rub, they don't make blisters, they don't make chafing marks, and these are easy. You can go on sites on Etsy and you will see, just type in sparkle running skirts or just running skirts and you'll see a whole big list like this. But you can also make them. And if you go on to Pinterest and you type in DIY sparkle skirt, they give you the instructions. And y'all, I am not a seamstress. I do have a sewing machine back there, but I am not a seamstress. And I was able to figure out, this was not my first, but one of my first. And I was able to get it done. And so far, none of the ones, I think the light blue one was probably my very first. I don't know. Or the pink. The pink was my very first. This was the very first one I made. Nothing has fallen apart. It stayed together. So if you want to cut down on some cost, because those sparkle skirts are running in the 30s, 33, something like that, dollars. So a sparkle skirt or some sort of running skirt. And then as you look at Etsy, you'll see that those skirts are starting to get fancier. Let's see, did I buy a fancier one? I did. I did Maleficent one year. And so I bought one that was just a little bit fancier. So it has this. That's it. That's as fancy as I got. And so they'll get pricier the more fancy they are. So sparkle skirts are great, and you can make your own. The other thing that you can make without using any kind of sewing machine is a tutu. All right. So again, instructions for tutus are out there. You don't have to go by me. All right, but a strip of netting and fold it in half. A piece of elastic that fits comfortably around your waist. And then you're going to loop this over, come through the loop, and do like this. And that netting, you do with that enough times, put it around a chair back, it makes it easier. Enough netting. Some people put the battery operated lights in their netting, and so they kind of light up. And remember, you are starting the race in the dark, so it won't matter later on. But so tutus, sparkle skirts, to the theme of whatever you're trying to dress up as. And then t-shirts. The t-shirts, I always buy these racerback t-shirts. I go online to Jiffy Shirts. That's the place that I've gotten them cheapest. And or Walmart. I used to like Walmart's brand, but you got to find them and you got to find your size. All right, so that was Maleficent. And then I always put some sort of words on the back because, you know, there's a lot of people behind you. Mistress of all evil. When I was Aurora, it said, I did with a group. So one was Cinderella, one was Aurora, and I forgot who the other one was. So Cinderella, the back said, I run for the shoes. Aurora, the Sleeping Beauty, the back said, I run for a nap. So I try to put something on the back. That's just what I like to do. So easy peasy. And let me show you. This was for one of the princess races. Do you have to be a princess? Do you have to stick to the theme of the race? That was Spider-Man. I had with the blue sparkle skirt. Why did I have Spider-Man? Because I let my granddaughters choose my princess for the princess race. And I would run the 10K and the half. One chose Spider-Man because that was her favorite character at the time, and the other one chose Moana. And so I had a Moana shirt, and it froze that year. We were freezing. So I stuck my race shirt under Moana's shirt, and it worked out. Here's Moana right here. Just simple, easy peasy. Went on Amazon, purchased some kid jewelry, dress-up jewelry from Moana, or I might have gone to Party City, something like that. And Moana's hat was this. That was Moana's hat. So, shirt. Now, you want more? You want more of a, well, you can go on Etsy, you can go on eBay, you can go on any of those sites. eBay, you can purchase what people have already purchased, and you can purchase a true costume, running costume. because they're a little bit different than Party City costume. So they're made out of like the spandexy stuff, that material, and they have some beautiful costume types that people make and sell, and they get pricey. And so that's why I said you could even try and find something on eBay, and that would work as well, because I mean you wear these for one race, and then you've got a closet full of these that what do I do with them now? So you could do a regular running costume. You could also do a full-fledged costume. My last princess, I think the new Mary Poppins movie had come out. And so there was Mary Poppins and the chimney sweep, and they were in full cloak, like coat and bag, and I can't do that. That I can't run with all of that. I have seen lots of Merida and Ariel wigs. People run with the wigs. Again, hot. I can't run with that. For Maleficent, I did, oh, I've lost it already. I might find it and show it to you. I had a headband that I purchased just for Maleficent, and it went around my neck most of the race. I pulled it up for the pictures, and that was it. It was just too hot. Oh, I know where it is. It's in here. It's in here. Here's Maleficent's headband. Here, I'll give you that one. And this was not cheap. This was probably $20, $25 from Maleficent's. And of course, they're a Maleficent. They're Maleficent with, you know, the real big. Again, I can't even run with makeup because I just sweat it right off. So Maleficent was a little hot. I couldn't handle that. But you know, there's all kinds of things out there to match your costume and make you feel special as you're running, right? All right, so headgear. I've shown you a couple of headgear. I did wear a tiara, not this one, but I did wear a tiara one year because remember I ran princess races. My friend was so sweet. She knitted or crocheted everybody in my group one of these. That was awesome to run in because it was, I don't know why, but it was light. So I've used this a couple of times just as a headband in the race. And there you go. Look how cool. Well, my head would be up in a ponytail. That looks good. I've also enjoyed running in just sparkly headband. Again, another Etsy product. I'm not sure the company, but if you put in sparkling running headband at the expo, they sell the ones with the little crown on it, like made out of the same material, and that would be really cute too. And then again, if it's hot, this is literally one of my favorite things to run in at a Disney race. So I have Spider-Man, I have Olaf, and I have Moana, and it keeps the sun out of my eyes. It keeps rain out of your eyes and your face if it's drizzling and all, and it keeps the sweat from running in my eyes. So the visors, again, from JiffyShirts.com, I think. All right, so you can also go as far as your legs and your socks and your leggings and adding things to that. Makeup. I have seen some young girls and it looks so pretty on them, especially in the princess race. They get the faux buns from Amazon. They're not expensive. Put your hair up in a bun and you pin that on top. Boom, you're done, and you get this beautiful updo, and it looked so princessy. It was wonderful. Think about a few things when you're designing your costume. You know, your budget. What do I have the money to spend on this? Number two, how easy is it going to be to go to the bathroom? Because you don't want to be taking a whole lot of stuff off to go potty, because then you got to put it back on. How quick are you going to be able to get dressed in your costume before the race? Because remember, we're loading buses at 3 a.m. So my alarm is going off usually at 2:15 or 2:30, and I'm whipping stuff on quickly, so I want to be fast. You need to set up time. You need to have your costume ready earlier than the race week, because you need to do a run with your costume on. And yeah, people will look at you. That's okay. You need to know what works, what doesn't work, what's going to chafe you, what needs to be tied or pinned or sewn differently. Really good idea. And while you're thinking of your costume, are you running solo or are you running with a group of people? So then you might want a group costume. In the beginning, the first race I did, we did group costume. Second race on, I did what I wanted to do. So it was fine. And then each race has a theme. So like the 5K is Alice in Wonderland. The 10K is Beauty and the Beast, I think. The half is maybe Encanto, and I think Figment is the challenge. So do you want to pick something from those themes, or do you want to go, you know, rogue? Oh, where is it? Go rogue here and do something that means something to you. Either you like it or your granddaughter likes it. What's the weather looking like? Like, I don't really know what November weather is, but I can almost guess it's going to be hot. So I'm not going to, personally, not going to have tons of clothing. I'm going to have probably a tank and a sparkle skirt and some sort of headband, and that'll be my running costume. Let's see, I'm looking at my list. I have a list. You want everything figured out before you go. I do like jewelry. So I never wear jewelry in life, or hardly ever, but I'll have earrings on and I'll have necklaces on, and so I will accessorize with that. It's easy to get on. I guess that's it. But the costume is, let me look down on the floor. Did I show you? Did I show you everything? Let's see. Let's see if I can show you. This was, nope. This I did for a race, Crescent City Classic, running with my peeps. It's always the Saturday before Easter. And this was my my very first one. My very first one. So we just, all three of us had this on the front in the color. So Cinderella was blue, and then purple. So it must have been Tangled. Liz must have been purple. And then it says, I run for a nap on the back. Got a lot of compliments over that. Elsa one year, just let it go. And the back says 13.1 miles, never bothered me anyway. So Got compliments on that one too. And then, oh, he is literally one of my absolute favorites. And somehow there was a sticker left on the back. I'll have to see if I can get that off, because I will repeat him one day. And it's Olaf. I did love Olaf. Olaf was easy. I wore a second tank underneath him, so I had 2 white tanks on, because I was worried about see-through-ishness. All right. Did I show you all my headpieces? I think I showed you all my headpieces. Not all of these I've worn in a Disney race. I've worn this one. I've worn the sparkle. I've worn a tiara, not this one. And so my friend and I, it's just 2 of us, one running virtual, so 3 of us, and we are talking about our costumes. The friend that's actually running with me, she's doing the 5K, so that one is Alice in Wonderland, and we have chosen something from Alice in Wonderland that we can do, the 2 of us, not Tweedledee and Tweedledum, not that. And then the second race, I'm running the 10K, and the 10K is, I'm almost positive it's Beauty and the Beast. And so I think I might do something with the teapot, with Mrs. Potts. I haven't quite figured it out yet, and it won't be elaborate. It'll be a tank, and it'll be a sparkle skirt. So, so I hope that you're getting excited about your race, and you're thinking about your costume. I would advise you to shoes, to have at least, if you're running more than one race, have at least 2 pairs of shoes that are broken in and ready to go. Because if it does rain and one pair gets wet, then you have a backup pair. So I always bring 2 pairs. One of these weeks we'll talk about what to pack. And that's kind of interesting too. I start packing about a month beforehand. I start throwing things in the suitcase and making lists so that I don't forget something. All right. So here's our quote. Here's our quote for this week. All right. Can you see it? A 1-hour workout is 4% of your day. No excuses. And the site that put this up was laurengleisberg.com. I'm sure this is not her quote, but I don't know what her site is. But to give her credit for it, because she is the one. How are you doing? How are you doing with your running? I'm doing okay. I'm battling the heat, but I'm doing okay. I've started not trying to push the distance and sticking with the app and just taking one day now and pushing the distance a little bit. And so, yeah, it's doing okay. Weight's not coming off because I'm still eating like crazy. So I'm not following my Weight Watchers. I have lost 10 pounds, which was a third. I really wanted 20 more. We'll see. I still have time. I just need to get my head in the game. All right, and I guess that's it. So guys, have a wonderful week. I hope you enjoy thinking about your costume, and stay safe, stay hydrated, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye. One last thought. I turned off all the lights and everything, but I'm coming back on. One last thought. If you decide I am not wearing a costume, and that's fine, and you get to Orlando and all of a sudden you get swept up in the fever and you go, oh my gosh, I so regret not doing something. No worries. Go to the expo. There'll be plenty of stuff at the expo. There will be sparkle skirts at the expo. There will be tutus at the expo. There will be not a big supply, but there will be some shirts at the expo, and there will definitely be headbands and some other paraphernalia. You can find something to make your run special if at the last minute you decide you must dress up something. You must dress up somehow. All right, that really is it. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.